So for today, one of the first things you did is you named captains.
Yes, sir.
It seemed like it's a very emotional moment for you to let them know who they chose.
You know, we've worked very hard talking about leadership. I mean, we've met on it for months. I mean, since January, really 8 months of leadership meetings twice a week with our group of leaders, and just telling them and showing them examples and teaching them what leadership looks like. And then, you know, telling these kids that, you know, when you vote, you know, if we don't, you vote for who's worthy. If we have one captain, if we have 3 captains. The way we voted was each kid had 4 points. He could vote for 4 different people. They could vote for one person. And so we had guys vote differently. Mm-hmm. And it was very interesting to see how the players voted. But we talked about what it meant to be a captain and what a captain's responsibilities are. And I think it's important. You know, over the years, the captain has been one of the most singularly important players on the team, and they're as responsible really as the coaches for the performance of the team sometimes. So we're very pleased. I was very pleased at the whole process, and really proud of where we've come since December as a team, and so really think this is a good representative of this football team.
Okay.
Is there something that makes it, I guess, maybe a little uniquely special having this happen, you know, with the, you know, kind of the restart of a new program for you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we have, you know, we basically have 2 captains that have been here, and then we have 2 guys that have just only been here a couple months. And we've got guys from Florida, from Colorado, from California, and Australia. I mean, it's a pretty wide representation of our team, and that's kind of what our team is. Our team is from all over the country, you know, both coasts, from the north and south, and from Australia. So just very, very proud that they can understand each other's differences, but also have something in common, which is caring about the team. You know, we've talked about, we want to build a program that's unselfish, that's hardworking, that cares about people around them and each other. And, you know, I think these guys are a great reflection of that.
Do you think it's a good sign that, like you say, it's a couple guys that have been in the program, a couple guys that are new, sign of maybe, you know, all these various groups are coming together, whether they're holdovers from CSU or new places?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all been thrown in together in this pot, and, you know, at the end of the day, you know, the team is important and winning is important. And so those 2 things affect the rest of your behaviors. And it's a process, it's a learning process, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, we have to understand what the last 5 years have looked like here at CSU for football. And it hasn't been pretty. And we don't want to recreate that. And so we have to do things differently. And so we've talked very openly about that. And, you know, and our leadership has talked openly about doing things differently. So we talked about team rules today, we talked about team goals today, and then also we announced captains. So all that's very important in us moving forward.
When you think about it, D-Jack is somebody who's been a captain on this team in this program for years. Jacob's been a longtime starter for you at Nevada. Patty has been in the country for a year.
Yeah.
For him to be named a captain, does that tell you what you've known about him, but that his teammates have found? You
know, I think it's a real credit to the kid. You know, I've seen him grow so much in the last year. And then in the last few months since he's been here, he's had some family members that he's lost. You know, and a lot of kids can go into a shell. And we've had a lot of players on the team that have lost family members in the last couple of weeks. It's been a tough summer. And but to see him just pour himself into his teammates, and I think the team has really responded to that. I have everybody's vote, and I could see who each player voted for and how people on the team have affected them in a positive way. And And Patty just has affected a lot of guys on this team. And so, you know, the captain isn't always the best player. Sometimes the captain's the water carrier. You know, he's the guy that's the glue that keeps everything together. And I think, you know, the guys that were voted all have different kind of roles on the team and different ways that they influence their teammates. And, you know, and I think this was an example of how the team appreciates each one of their personalities.
Yeah.